All right.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure with all the effort that it's actually working. Yep, there we are. Okay, cool. All right, it is what, 7:01?
7:01.
7:01. I'm going to call the August 13, 2026 meeting of the Nutley Township Board of Trustees meeting to order. Can we have a roll call?
We can. Trustee Joe Botanic.
Present.
Trustee Sheila Hallis.
Present.
Trustee Butch Shine.
Present.
Trustee Bob Murray.
Present.
Supervisor Mike Shorten.
Present. Okay, Pledge of Allegiance. Joe, you want to do this?
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to your republic, which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I will make that motion.
Need a second?
So, well, second it.
And all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Agenda is approved. Public comments, since we have no public, we'll move right past that. The minutes, there was a copy that was posted online, and then there's a revised version that I put on your desk. There were a couple changes that I had Kyle make. One was to clarify the pulling out of the Foxcroft, $257. So we had approval for that, but we didn't really clarify the approval of the Foxcroft itself. So that's in there. What was the second thing? I don't remember.
I didn't have the voice vote at the end
Okay.
of one of the, it was, a 6F.
6F.
I
Okay.
missed the voice vote.
Yeah. So those were the only two updates on the revised version. So I need a motion to approve the revised minutes as presented.
So moved. I'll second.
Okay, we got Butch and we got Bob. Any other changes, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, moving on to 7A. I'll start with, I need a motion to approve resolution 2026-08-1302, budget and appropriation line item transfer to cemetery fund.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion, second. Just explaining what this is. We did this last month, but I don't know, between fat fingering, painkillers, a combination of, I was off by $50 and we ended up at 112% of budget. So this is moving $50 into the budget line item out of, moving into insurance expense out of contingencies so that we're within policy and no one's going to get thrown in jail. Any questions on that? Let's do a roll call.
Roll call. Joe Botanic.
Yes.
Sheila House.
Yes.
Butch Shine.
Yes.
Bob Murray.
Yes.
Mike Shorten.
Yes. Okay, I need a motion to approve the road district warrants for approval for payment for August 13, 2026, in the amount of $136,802.11.
So moved. Second.
Any questions, comments?
Yes, I would ask that the amount of $485.50, the two bills to Foxcroft, from Foxcroft Meadows be removed. The new number would be $136,316.61. And I'm doing that because I'm an employee of Foxcroft and do not want to vote on anything that might enrich them.
Sure. Okay, aside from that, so we had a motion to amend
Amend, yeah.
pulling off Foxcroft, and I'll second it. Any questions beyond that? Okay, I need a vote on the amendment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay? Okay, so we can vote on the amended amount of $136,316.61. I need a roll call.
Bob Murray,
Yes.
Butch Shine,
Yes.
Sheila House,
Yes.
Joe Botanic,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike Shorten.
Yes. Okay, and then I need a motion to approve the payment of $485.50 to Foxcroft.
I'll motion.
Ooh, need a second?
I'll second, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it changed.
What's that? We pulled Foxcroft out, we voted on the
That's what I
amended
thought.
amount, now we
Okay.
have to vote on the separate bill.
Okay.
Roll call?
Sheila House,
Yes.
Joe Botanic,
Yes.
Bob Murray,
Yes.
Butch Shine,
Abstain.
Mike Shorten.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna short circuit amendments because I have, I'll explain before I make the motion. So, our bills from Zakowski typically come on the 14th. They got it to me a day ahead, so it's changing the amount of the bill. What was posted online and what was sent to you was reflective of the July 13th or 14th or 15th bill. But now that I have the August 13th, I want to get all of it in. So I'm going to make a motion to approve the warrants adjusting the total payment for authorization to $34,251.54, which will also adjust the town fund to $29,363.88.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any questions on that?
Mine just came today too, my amended one.
What's that?
Mine just was amended today too, the bill.
Which one?
In case you didn't get it in, you still have the month bill. They sent their next one today.
Oh, I didn't amend it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Mine was adjusted today also, but it's
Okay.
not amended in here.
All right.
It'll just be outstanding for next month.
We'll do it next month.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. The only thing I want to call out in there is I think most of you are aware of the air conditioning problem we had last month. I had Jets come in and do a fix, and it sort of fixed it, but not really. The unit that we had out there was probably 30 years old, hadn't been maintained, so it was not my favorite decision, but I ended up replacing it up there just so we're functional for the next year or two until we can get things reconfigured. Other than that, I would have been working in the hot box, which I can seem to lose a couple pounds, but prefer not to.
Not that way.
So there's about a $6,000 bill in that, in the packet for that. Other than that, that's the only other item that I wanted to discuss. Roll call?
Joe Botanic,
Yes.
Bob Murray,
Yes.
Sheila House,
Yes.
Butch Shine,
Yes.
Mike Shorten.
Yes. Okay. BC. I'm not doing anything with general assistance, emergency assistance policy right now. 8B, I believe I gave all of you a 3-page document, which kind of gives an overview of our waste hauling contract. So just to give you a brief history, in 2013, there was a referendum that went out to the taxpayers to enable the township to enter into a contract for waste haul services for all the unincorporated areas. It was approved by the voters, and then in 2014, a contract was entered into with Waste Management. At the end of that contract, I'm not sure if it went up to bid, or you were on the board at that point when we ended up with
Yeah,
MDC.
it went out to bid again.
Went out to bid, and they chose MDC, had a 4-year contract that was re-upped in 2023, but it's expiring in April of next year. So I'm getting ahead of the game to the extent that we have 2 choices in front of us. We can negotiate with MDC for a new contractor, a new amendment, extending the agreement, or we can go out to bid. I don't really want to have a discussion, or don't need to have a discussion about it today, but I wanted to give you this document that has a background, and then I'm going to have Kyle email you copies of the original MDC agreement and then the amendment that was signed in 2023. So you can review it. Of everyone sitting around the table here, I think all of you probably receive MDC service.
Yes.
So you've got a flavor for the positives and negatives. My experience with MDC since I've been in office have been very, very limited issues. And they've leapt on those issues quickly when they've appeared. I think the only one that we had as of late was high mark or high spot.
You're missing the big one here, though.
What's that?
You gotta make sure you get the leave contract corrected.
Yes.
So when they bailed out last year and dumped it on all of us,
Yeah.
that was bogus.
Yeah.
You gotta have it where it says, you're gonna do the fall leave pickup to a date.
Right.
If you miss any of that due to weather, you come back next spring and clean up.
Yeah. That would be a negotiating.
There was big bucks
Yeah.
for the township to do that, because we're not built to do that.
So what I hope to accomplish next month is to, I'll have two resolutions. One would be to allow me to initiate negotiations with NDC for a renewal. The other would be to move forward with a full-blown RFP. We could follow a path that goes along the lines of negotiate with MDC. If we can't come to an agreement to terms, and we still have runway to put out a full RFP and choose a different supplier if the other bids came back better than what MDC is able to offer. So
Any idea how many homes they service?
I will have to get you a list. I think contractually they have to provide that to us, but it's, I'm sure Mark generates it based on something, but it's in the thousands.
Yeah, I was gonna ballpark 4,400.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Other than the issue with the leaf pickup last fall, as road commissioner, do you have any other issues with their service?
No, it's a good plan to stay with one provider so that we don't have 5 full garbage trucks running our roads every
Agreed.
week,
I just didn't know.
Freeze and thaw cycles and all that.
Because I remember when we went from waste management to MDC, and there was a lot of discussion at that time, and I know that, I didn't know if you had any other.
No, and it works out good for the road program too. Like right now, I won't let anybody pave on Mondays because that's Monday, and it's right in the contract. You cannot do surface course on Monday because that's garbage pickup unless it's a holiday, which they have to adjust, so.
Okay, just want to make sure, like I said, if there's any other.
No,
Okay.
it actually works out very well to have one service, one day a week.
And you're satisfied with MDC?
Yeah, I wish they would come to Crystal Lake and pick up my leaves.
Okay.
Because bagging them sucks.
It does. I agree. Any other questions? And if you have anything in between, feel free to reach out to me and I can provide a little background I might have. Okay, moving on to 9A, which is old business for approval. I need a motion to approve resolution 2026-08-1301, adoption of a facility use policy.
I'll
So
make the
moved.
motion.
Okay.
Second.
So this was pretty much the same document that I put before you last month. I didn't, the only issue that was brought up that we discussed last month is the question of whether or not if we have a sponsor for a group from the township,
Resident sponsor.
whether they have to attend a meeting, and we can discuss that. I didn't change the wording to require it. I think that in most cases, the people that we're renting out to are homeowners associations that are in the township. There's one or two families that have rented it out for kids' birthday parties. And then the camping is used by Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. I honestly haven't done a survey when they call up to rent it as to whether they have kids in their troop or pack or whatever makeup it is that are in the township. We could do that, but we also don't have a large overuse of the property. It's rare that we run into instances where, one group already has it, another group wants it the same weekend. So if we want to adjust that, we can amend it. Otherwise, the only other changes I made was to put in the rental rates, $25 for up to 6 hours, 50 for the full day. And then the picnic shelter and outdoor space, again, $50 for 6 hours. Again, most of them are using it for campouts. So the full day rate would be $100, $200. And out of practice, historically, we haven't charged nonprofits, specifically the Scouts, for using the facility. I'm putting the $100 in, and what we'll do going forward is when we get applications for nonprofits or Scouts, they'll ask to have the fee waived. I'll bring it before you guys and we'll vote on it. Any other questions, concerns, thoughts, changes, et cetera, et cetera? Okay, let's go ahead and do a roll call.
Joe Botanic,
Yes.
Bob Murray,
Yes.
Sheila House,
Yes.
Butch Shine,
Yes.
Mike Shorten.
Yes. Okay, old business for discussion, Anita Sherwood Park. The attorney has the RFP. I went through a little bit of an exploration to try and determine process and ended up kind of where I was at with some slight modifications. So she has it. I expect to have it back tomorrow or Monday. So as soon as we get that back, I've got 5 firms targeted that we'll send it out to. And then we'll also post it publicly on the website and get the responses back. I'm going to give them a month. So I'd anticipate we'll be able to vote on it I looked at the calendar, so I'd anticipate it'll be in October that we vote on it. I am going to be reaching out to the Crystal Lake Park District and just seeing if there's any interest, possibly of them wanting to annex the park into the park district. The way that their boundaries line up, there are 2 houses on the northwest corner of the park that abut to it. The other houses along Pleasant Valley here, or Pleasant Hill? Thank you.
Pleasant Hill.
Pleasant Hill, those are not in the park district. So I'm going to be very careful that if they're willing to do it, that we don't lop in those non-park district houses, because then they would end up with a nice increase in their property taxes, which I'm sure they won't appreciate. But if there's an opportunity where we go through this RFP process, we get kind of an idea of what the requirements are, what would be needed to do to complete the work to resolve the drainage issues. And then if the park district is willing to take it over, and I have not had a conversation with it yet, so I'm probably putting the cart before the horse, but I think it would be advantageous to consider either a sale or a donation, because ultimately the drainage issues need to be resolved. They're better equipped long-term to maintain and have a vision and execute against that vision versus if it stays with us, we're kind of limited as what's going to happen with it. There will be costs to resolve the drainage issues from a physical implementation standpoint, and then to develop it anything beyond just small number of trails going around. I think that's going to be the extent of what I'm personally comfortable with, spending wise. A, from a development standpoint, B, from a maintenance standpoint. So I'll broach the subject with them and we'll see where that goes. I think it used to be used as practice fields, and with the advent of flag football and 18 other sports that are coming around. Oswego is apparently going to have a cricket stadium being built, so all kinds of sports coming around. So that's where that sits. Office consolidation, I'm going to work to come up with a resolution next month along the lines of what we're doing with the Sherwood to put it out an RFP to architecture firms to kind of come in and take a look at the facilities and come up with some ideas and see how much it would cost to have all that taken care of. So that's those two issues. Moving on to any question on either of those?
I did talk to the Park District last fall,
Yeah,
and they said that they didn't say yes or no, but they said they'd be open to talking with you.
okay.
So
You know who you spoke to there?
I don't have that note,
Okay.
but yes, they said they would look at the information.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a complete no.
They have a new executive director there. So I'm going to start with reaching out to him, and then I don't know the board president, but I know one of the other board members that I can connect with as well. Okay. Additionally, reports by the supervisor. I had a thought. Oh, in addition to the AC, we had a small water leak down here during the week that I was out after having surgery. Thank you to Mark Dzemski, who came down. I think it was Corey caught it. Mark mopped it
caught
up. You caught it. Okay. Kyle caught it. Sorry. Didn't mean to give. So Kyle caught it. Mark mopped it, and Black Diamond fixed it. So I'm going to take that as a catalyst to kind of do a broader review of our things that can leak and see what we need to do to make sure to get on a replacement schedule ahead of time rather than waiting for something to fail. Because while we dodged a bullet with that, it was just water and it didn't get very far. Obviously, this was costly. Air conditioner was costly. And if we can get ahead of it, it might save us reconstruction costs at some
Yeah,
point.
what leaked?
Yeah.
What leaked?
Oh, it was just, I think it was one of the pipes in the ladies' washroom, pinhole grew, and yeah. So fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Sheila, do you want to cover? I think everyone you've either corresponded via email on the bench and where that sits.
I'll go over to, but America 250, we have the cards made up. And you can pass the card down. And instead of digging this time capsule into the ground, we had the idea of making a bench that's more usable instead of just a hole in the ground that nobody's going to know where it is. So Rob was helpful in getting his guys to make a pad out there. My husband is going to build the bench. There's another township person that is building the capstone. And we can dedicate it December 5th, which is the day that Santa will also be here. So we'll coordinate that whole time period. And the same Santa that was here last year to kick off America 250 is coming back. So we'll use him as the kindest person that we know. And I have drawings of the bench if anyone wants to see the drawings.
I brought copies down.
Okay. And basically bench with stone, and then the time capsule will be inside of the bench so that we don't have to dig anything. And if for some reason we have to move it at some point, Rob's got a forklift that we can pick it up. The inside with a pea gravel, so that would just kind of come out, but that's something easy to do. If the building needs to be something changed or whatever, it should be
Yeah,
easily moved.
that was my requirement. It's got to be movable. Because if we end up doing construction or even just resolving some drainage issues here, I want to make sure that sidewalks up front need to be replaced, so on and so forth. So I did print out copies. They're probably up in my office, so I will have Kyle email out copies of concept.
No. Looks like that.
Okay. Oh, right.
Oh, very nice.
And you're just gonna put everything into a PVC pipe?
Yes,
Caps? Do you know
yes,
any plumbing
that-
contractors?
Yes, but he already said that in the note. It's not written in the notes, but he
Whatever
said
you
that.
need, whenever you need it.
Yes, you need the tube and then the two ends to it. And then we would be, when truck or treat is held, truck or treat, I would say that wrong. The touch a truck, then we would be able to bedazzle it, have the children come and put jewels on it, red, white, and blue jewels. It will say 250, and they'll be able to be part of that and also be able to hand out these cards at that time. And then I have a backdrop. The Burger King in McHenry had a great backdrop for America 250. And I called them today and they said, yes, we can borrow that. And so it'll be a little photo opportunity if somebody wants to get their picture by it and with the time capsule. I think that'd be a nice opportunity also. And I've gone to the 7 schools in the district and 5 of them have said, yes, we for sure want to do something. 2 of them have just not gotten back to me. So we're ready to say, okay, let's get moving on this because we're already August.
Good, thank you. I did want to point out, Mark Zuzemski, our assessor, brought down copies of his monthly report. So take some time to review that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Mark directly. Just kind of recaps what he's got going on up there and the process with assessments. And if you don't understand assessments, he's a good person to talk to. I was actually at physical therapy today and the subject came up, oddly enough. And over the years, I've learned to figure it out. So, okay, Kyle, you have anything?
And
I do want to note, since we're streaming live successfully for the first time in several months, apologize to anyone that normally watches online. I think we've got, at least right now, it figured out. So,
I think they only know that me and Bob are here.
yeah, no, this is 360, so it's
Oh, it does.
Because it's looking here on this side.
Oh, it is.
so
It's looking at
we're
us too.
pointing here.
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was just looking at us.
It switches when someone talks.
Oh,
automatic.
makes sense.
Now it's on you.
Yeah. So if you,
Keep talking.
Highway Commissioner Parrish.
I'll be as brief as I can. Just going through the warrants for payment this month because I didn't get an opportunity to talk about it. I got a bill in there for LTOP for CAT, which what it was is it was like $3,400, and it was the harmonic balancer on the end of our crank of our giant chipper was starting to wobble and it was eating the belts off, and I put 2 or 3 sets of belts on it. Finally, I called the manufacturer. I said, hey, this is a design error. There's 5 sets of belts pulling on that poor thing and is bending it. They said, well, send it to CAT and have them look at it and then we'll talk about it. Well, then all I kept getting was bills from CAT. And I'm like, wait a minute, we haven't talked about it yet. So I whined and cried and moaned, and I ended up getting the manufacturer to rebate half of the money back to us as a credit. So I still got to pay the LTOFR bill, but I am getting credit back from them. And then there was a bill in there for Geske and Sons for a bunch of surface that we bought. Kern was the low bidder on our FOB for surface costs. Geske was low on binder, but the problem was that week Kern was working nights, so there wasn't really an opportunity to pull the volume of material. We needed their plant that week. Plus, it was too far. We were right over by Mills Pond over by you guys. So it was easier to pull it out of Geske than it was all the way to Kern on a skeleton crew and get it done. So ended up spending 40-some thousand with them there. If you've noticed, our recycling bill averages about $1,300 a month is what we pay Waste Management. And we've been averaging $1,400 to $1,600 a month in credits of recycling for the electronics and the steel we're taking in. So the recycling center is actually profitable. We're actually working with Paint Care, who are the people that set up the program with all the local paint providers on taking back all the old legacy paints. We have probably 700 gallons still left over from people fly dumping on us, and they're going to work with us hopefully with Casey tomorrow or Monday and get all that 700 allocated back to them with no charge to us, and we'll be free and clear of all the paints that's been stored here for the last couple of years due to the changes in the state Subsidies. My wife and I went to the Village of Holiday Hills 50th anniversary party. We had a good time, had some burgers, had some popsicles, some cake. They're very, very happy to be part of Nunda Township and working with us currently on their road program and trying to finish up that contract with Trine and North Marine Water Reclamation District. We're still having problems with them with the construction supervision, the quality of work that was paid for. And they finally brought an engineer in who was agreed with us that, you know, this wasn't done correctly. It wasn't to minimum standards, yet they were paid. So last week, I drafted a letter to the bonding company saying I would like a 5-year warranty. If I can get compaction reports and soil reports, and if I don't, I want a 10-year warranty because a lot of the trenches are starting to settle. We did pave the whole place last week, but we made them patch a bunch of stuff, and it's going to continue over the next 20 years. We're going to see some settling because some of those trenches are 22 feet deep. There was no construction supervision watching them fill those trenches. So we carry the liability. So I'm saying, you know what, you're going to give me a bigger warranty then. So, which I'm sure is not going to go very well. Village of Holiday Hills, we have their paving done. We have Villa of Paul finally done. That's all on surface, looks great. McMillan got paved today. We're doing running iron next. Sherwood, next to Covered Bridge, was an add-on as an alternate in the bid to see if we had enough money to cover. It was. I've been watching how we've been spending money on our own road programs and stuff we've been doing in-house on maintenance. I believe that we have enough money then to do Meadowshire, so I had them pick up Meadowshire out there in Hillside. It added another $91,000 to the contract. But I was looking at next year, you're looking at asphalt, cement, and diesel, that it's up 60% right now. That should be a net 30 for next year's bill. So it would save us $27,000 to pave it this year. So we're going to punch that one out too and get it done. So really we're done west, going as far as Covered Bridge needs to be done a little bit in Deerwood, but we're moving east on the road programs to get stuff finished up here in the next couple of years. I have a big bill coming next month for the same reason as the road program will finish up, so that my next month's bill would be close to $700,000. Just giving you guys a heads up. We paved in-house Millstream and Illinois Street, and we're going to do a little section in Deerwood where it ties on to Deepwood. Because of the tree overgrowth there and all the moisture, it's shattered the pavement. So we're just going to go in there and scalp a little bit, put a Band-Aid on it for a while until we actually do a road program. We're going to do Oak Ridge Road at Crystal Springs Road for Bull Valley. They're going to pay us to do the paving in there. It's more of a Band-Aid. A lot of people call Nunda Township and complain about the fact that that road is so bad and it rides so bad and there's always ice stuck onto it. So we agreed to pave it for them for a fee. They were fine with it. They were fine with only a 5-year fix. We're going to do Railroad Street for Door Township. We're trying to buy a truck from them that will fit into our fleet here, and we'll come to an agreement between them with work performed and goods returned to us. Speed bump we talked about is gone. There's now a solar sign about 10 houses west from there as you come around the corner in your Curling Pond. We've talked to the sheriff about additional policing going on there. The sign will move it as needed, and we've also addressed with the new homeowner about trimming the sight lines as you come around the inside of that curve. Steuben Woods, which is the parking lot that Les Brands put in there off Lily Lake Road. We're close to a settlement, according to the attorneys. Ironically, it's going to be the same thing I proposed 16 months ago. So here we've paid thousands and thousands of dollars on both sides here to get right where we were when I started 16 months ago. Like I said, we've been battling the North Marine Water Reclamation District for non-compliance to the contract for the storm or the sanitary that they put in there in Holiday Hills. I did meet with a resident from Nunda Township today at Menards. He wanted to let me know that we're doing a great job. His name was Mike Lesprance.
Come on.
Swear to God. Tire Drive is coming up. We do all the municipalities in the area. We'll do residents on October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which we'll get that on our website and Mike's website. Then the municipalities will come in Friday the 3rd and Monday the 5th to drop off their tires. And then October 6th, the vendor will come in from Indiana with the giant roll-off trucks, and he'll take all the tires out of here. There's no cost to us. We just offer the service to everybody else. I'm hoping to touch a truck on October 10th. It's been crazy. Every time I think, let's do it now, then it's a storm or it's this or that. We talked about the boy that was hit. We talked about how I've been eyeballing the traffic over there. and I'm still working on selling stuff off. And Al and the boys are already starting looking at snowplow trucks to get them ready for the winter. So Corey keeps telling them, you're six weeks away, you're 7 weeks away, or whatever, you know. So I think they're on truck number 4 of 18 they got to do. So eventually we'll get there.
And I talked to Casey and he said the employees are very happy compared to how they've been before. And it was a very nice conversation.
They did get some very nice Hawaiian shirts for Fridays. I don't know if you've seen those yet. They are obnoxious yellow and orange, and they're OSHA approved with the silver stripes down the front of them. So I said,
Well,
I'll buy them
maybe
as long
that
as
is
they're
what
OSHA
is
approved.
keeping them happy.
So, yeah,
Okay.
every Friday, and then we just had a celebration of employment to Ron, the older gentleman that used to run the recycling center all those years. His health isn't so good and he can't do it anymore, so we didn't have a retirement party, we had an appreciation party. Everybody wore their crazy Hawaiian shirts, and it was a good time, and had lunch. It was a little emotional for him, and worked out well. It's all over. That's it, I tried to keep it short, cover a lot of ground. It's gonna be a lot of ground to cover next month too.
All good, all good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else? That just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All those in favor say aye. Any
Aye.
opposed can continue to sit here. Meeting's adjourned.